Hello everyone, my name is Neha Thakur. Today in this video I am going to explain you about the stick diagram and layout of CMOS NAND and CMOS NOR gate. The implementation of CMOS NAND and NOR gate I have already discussed in my previous videos. If you have not watched it, please kindly go through that once, and then you can understand this layout and stick diagram more properly. So these are the MOS layers that I have already discussed in my previous videos, and these are the transistors, how to make it, and these implementation today I am going to explain how to implement CMOS NAND and NOR gate layout and stick diagram. So let us start that. So first of all, what is CMOS NAND gate? CMOS NAND gate, if you want to implement it, how do you implement it? This I have already explained. So for NAND gate you have two PMOS connected in parallel. So let us say these are the two PMOS. These are the two PMOS connected in parallel, and two NMOS are connected in series. Let us say this is transistor A, B, and this is transistor B and A. This is VDD, and for CMOS always the output is in between the pull up and pull down network. So this will be VDD ground and output. This is all that we require for stick diagram and layout implementation. So before starting with the stick diagram and layout, what I suggest you is to always mark the terminals. Terminals means you should know which terminal is source, which terminal is drain. So because in PMOS the current flows from source to drain, so these two terminals will be sources and these two terminals will be drain. And for NMOS the current flows from drain to source, so this will be drain, this will be source. For this second, this will be drain and this will be source. Now let us start with the stick diagram implementation. So for stick diagram implementation, what I told you, we should always start from the metal line. So we should always define what is VDD, how much is the VDD, and ground. Actually, why do we start from here is that the reason is that you should be in the starting, you should be able to specify the area, in how much area you are going to complete the implementation. Okay, so now you have defined, okay, in between VDD and ground your whole stick diagram will come. So you have defined it. Second thing is you should mark the demarcation line, and demarcation line is of brown color. So we are making a demarcation line. It seems like a red color, but assume it as a brown color. So brown color demarcation line is created. Now next is you have to make the transistors. So here if you see, you have two transistors, two PMOS and two NMOS. So now for PMOS you use yellow color. So yellow color is used for PMOS. So these are the two diffusion layers, one PMOS and another PMOS. Okay, and then red color is used for polysilicon. So polysilicon is also connected here. And but PMOS still it is incomplete. Why? Because you always outline it with the green color. So you can outline these yellow PMOS lines diffusion with the green color. So this is your, or what you can do, you can use green color line and make a yellow color box over it. Both are same. Now you have to make two NMOS also, A and B, and then you are making two NMOS. This is suppose transistor A and transistor B, and you can make the polysilicon line also. So these are the two polysilicon lines. And here if you see, your ideally what should happen, these transistors B should be connected, gates of transistor B should be connected, and the common input A can be given to the transistor. So that is why we are joining these two polysilicon lines. So this much part is completed till now. So till now we have marked the transistors also, and we have connected the two gates of the transistor. So now we should make what? We should make the rest of the connections. So see, here some tricky things can be done. Here if you see, both the sources are connected to VDD. So what you can do, either you can take sources inside or both the sources outside, because if you observe the CMOS circuit, what it is there, both the sources are shorted together and both the drains are shorted together. So both the ways you can do. It is not a good idea that you make this source, this drain, this source, this drain. Why? Because it will increase the complexity. So it is a good idea, either you take both the drains on the inside, both the sources outside, or both the drains outside and sources inside. So in my implementation, what am I doing is, I am taking both the sources outside and drains inside. So that means both the sources are connected to VDD. So I have taken this as my source, this as drain, this as drain, and this side as source. This you can mark with any color, it is up to you. And both the sources are connected together, so we have, and both are connected to VDD. So here we have shown both the sources are connected to VDD, and of course we will outline them with green color. So this is the outlining with the green color. Here also you can outline it with the green color. When you make it with pencil color or something else, sketch pen, it will be more clear. Here it might get overlapped, but I am trying my level best to explain it. Here both the drains are also shorted together, so of course we have to make both the drains also common. So I am extending this diffusion line here, and again I have to outline it with green color, so we will do that. And this is our first thing done. We are completed with the connection of the NMOS transistor. Now let us come to the PMOS. We are done. Now let us see what is there in the NMOS transistor. So before moving that, you can also name both transistors A and B. These are your input A and this is input B. Now it will be more clear that which drain to be connected to which type of transistor. This will be clear now. So now let us proceed with this. Now you have seen, see what I told you in my previous video is the which connections are to be connected with metal is your VDD, ground and the output. So here you know that the output is connected to what? It is connected to the drain of both PMOS and drain of NMOS. Okay, so both of these drains, they are connected, and the drain of NMOS. So now what choice do you have? You can either take drain here or drain here. But if you observe, the source and drain of A and B are also shorted. So it is a good idea we take source this side and drain this side. So you extend this metal line and connect it to the drain of this. Okay, and you can at the same time you can write the output as Y also here. And next is what? Next now what you have taken? You have taken drain this side. So this will be the source, and the source of this A transistor is connected to the drain of B. So let us say this is your drain and this is source, and both of them are shorted together. So you can make this short connection, and the source is remaining now, and this source of B is connected to ground. So you can extend this line towards the ground terminal. So now see, this is your complete stick diagram, but we cannot call it complete until we draw the contact cut. So for contact cut, what do we use? We use a black color circle. for this stick diagram. So we will make a black circle. So where we can make the contact cut always comes where your sorry, it is coming white, I think. Let me check it again. So acha, okay, I'm using like black screen, so black is white now. So you please assume that this is your black color. Okay, this is your black color. This should be in black color. All the contact cuts should be in the black color. So where the contact cuts should come, contact cuts will always come where the metal and diffusion lines are getting intersected. So these are the 4 points, 5 points where your intersection is taking place. And also you will show the source to substrate connection by a cross. So this is your complete stick diagram without any mistake. You can mark it as ground also and VDD also. If you do not want to use different colors, what you can do, you can use the same color, but again then you have to mark all the colors. And now I want to make the layout. So my idea of making layout is always to show the color coding, so I will not do another thing. This is your layout. So for layout, first of all you will make one VDD, and the metal lines, they are always the straight lines, so we will try to make it as neat as possible. And it is a good idea if you pause my video in between and make it by your own and just check it. Okay, so this is your VDD. Another line is ground, so you will make it as ground. Here we are making ground. Now see, if suppose the design rules are not mentioned there, okay, then dimensions you can skip. Else metal is like 2 lambda by 2 lambda, polysilicon is 3 lambda, diffusion is 2 lambda, then you have to take care of it. If general layout is asked, then you can skip it. Now you can see what is there. A yellow line is extended from both the sources to VDD. So we can now see, this is the advantage if you are making it properly, the stick diagram. So what you can do, you can extend this PMOS transistor line, yellow line, these two yellow lines can be extended. Okay, and diffusion you have to make the left aligned. Okay, and the spacing should be more. So here the spacing should be more. It should be clearly visible in your design, the spacings. So this is your diffusions, left aligned with more spacing. And then of course you have to outline with green color, but before that I will make the polysilicon lines also. 2 polysilicon lines are there, so we will make the polysilicon line. This is our line A, this is the line A, and here you can mark the input also. So this much portion you can remove. Okay, and then again use red color, and here you can make it as A input. Okay, and polysilicon is right aligned, so you should make it right aligned clearly. This is your right aligned, and polysilicon distance is not that, or spacing is not that much important, so you can make as the way you want. And here you are showing the input B. So this is your input B for the layout. So all the right aligned lines will be like this. So this is your input B, this is your input A. These two things are done, and now green color diffusion things are left, so we will start that now. So take the green color, And now what you have to do, you have to outline it, the yellow with green, so you will outline all it with the green color. So make it in such a way that both the colors are at least visible, or you can make a green color with the yellow box outline. It is up to you, but what you have to keep in mind, the spacing, it should clearly differentiate. The spacing should be clearly differentiable. So now you can see what is left, your green diffusion line. So it is extending from the drain to this source, so you can clearly make it like this. Okay, and for this now the spacing should be less, so clearly you should make the less spacing. See, I can straight away show you the diagram also for CMOS NAND NOR, right? But why I am showing you step by step, so that you people also do it in the same way. Don't try to mug the figure at in one shot and you don't know how to start it. Please do not do that. It is good only when you do it step by step. And now a metal line will be used. Okay, so a metal line is extending from both the drains to here. So a metal line will be extended from here to here, and a metal is always straight line, so you will make the straight lines. So the straight lines will be used for metal, and this, and here you can show the output also, that is your output is Y. Okay, now what is left, the contact cuts. So because my screen is black, then the contact cuts will appear in white color, but contact cuts will be of black color only when you are making it. So here it will appear white, so don't worry about it. Yellow white squares, they are showing the contact cuts. Contact cuts will always appear on the places where your metal and any diffusions are intersecting. If you observe here, polysilicon and diffusions intersection is not showing contact cuts. Why? Because they are showing the transistor. They are the symbol of the transistor, and transistor does not have any contact cut within it. So one here and one here, and now you will show the contact cut for the substrate connection also. So this is the contact cut for the substrate connection, and here anywhere you can show the contact cut for the substrate connection. So this is now your full layout of CMOS NAND gate 2 input. If 3 inputs are there by chance, what you will do, not to worry about it, you have to simply make one more gate and 3 polysilicon lines will be there, and accordingly you can make the connection. So this is your CMOS implementation first of NAND gate, and then its stick diagram and layout. Now this is your CMOS implementation of NAND. Here directly the layout is shown. Okay, so you can make either layout in a monochromatic form, but here if you are making, you have to mark all the colors as well. Now for CMOS NOR gate, if you want to observe, so that I will show you here itself. So see, this is your CMOS NOR gate implementation. Okay, first of all, what are you supposed to do? You have to mark the terminals. So which terminal? This will be source, drain, and these will be drain. So this will be drain, source and source. Okay, now first you make the stick diagram. So this will be of blue color. This will be blue color line for VDD and ground. Okay, you can make a demarcation line in between, and then what you can do, see here what they have done, in a kind of a rectangle they have shown the active area. See why I am showing you different type of stick diagrams, because if you refer different books, you will find different type of diagrams for the same type of gate. So that is why don't get confused. This is also one type of implementation. Here you show the active area, and this terminal is your source, this is drain, this is source, this is drain. Okay, and this will be your sources. Both the sources are grounded, so both the sources, and these are the common drain terminals for your transistors. So here in what way they have shown, it is showing the active area, and here you know that W by L ratio of NMOS is greater than, sorry, W by L of PMOS is 2.5 times of NMOS. So here NMOS active area is less, and for PMOS it is greater. Okay, and then these are the polysilicon lines, these are the polysilicon lines. And then here what is, if you see the connection, source of A, this is your transistor A, and this is transistor B, or input A and B. So here if you see the source of A PMOS is connected to VDD, so here it is showing the connection to VDD, and here both drain source are connected together, so drain source connection is shown here, and the drain of B transistor PMOS is connected to V out, so it is connected to the output, and also it is connected to the common connection drain of both transistors. So here both the drains are taken inside and they are connected to it, and both the sources are connected to ground. Same way you can make the layout. So if you are making this type of layout, so actually you should mark it as blue. Okay, you should mark at least colors, so this colors will be blue, this will be blue, outputs are shown in blue color. Okay, and this will be red, both the polysilicons should be of red color, and the diffusions, these will be yellow, and these will be green, and these will be black. So this is also one type of layout that you can make. Okay, so for the time being, you please practice this CMOS NOR gate. If you find any confusion or any problem in making it, you can please write it in the comment section, then I will make a separate video for it and show it in the same way that I have shown for CMOS NAND gate. But it is not at all difficult, only the flipped version should be made. See, for CMOS NAND, your both NMOS are connected in series, PMOS in parallel. For CMOS NOR, NMOS are in parallel and PMOS are in series. So please practice it once by your side. If you still find it difficult to make, you can ask me. I will make another video on it and show you how to make it. So that is all for today's video. Please like, share and subscribe, and if you find any problem, please write it in the comment section. Thank you.